Hey Yang, Game Face here, and well, I'm back. I'm a day late, but I'm back, and of course, I'm back in Planet Coaster. I've been right here. I haven't gone anywhere. I just didn't stream yesterday, but I did schedule today's stream before I didn't stream yesterday. If that makes any sense. So if people came looking for me on the you know live thing, they would have seen it was scheduled for today. It's coaster time, yeah, yeah. But I've done a few things in between then and now. Hey Wayne, yeah, everything's okay. Yeah, I just took a day off. That's all I did. Like I said, I did schedule the stream. Um, but I've gone and done a little bit of stuff anyway. I did take a day off, but no, I didn't. No, I did some stuff here. So, just to catch everybody up, I sort of decorated all this, built this whole decking area, on the side of the mountain, just to extend it out a bit. And I built this. I thought this was a nice addition. So that's new. I gotta hide that's the building thing. I should hide that right now. So I built that. I almost wish I would have waited to build it, because it was fun. It was, everything just fit. It worked out really well, I thought. But yeah, that's one thing I did. And then I started a building. This is a new building. I don't know about those front windows yet. But I don't even know about these. I just don't know. That's the problem. There's something that's not right there. But maybe it's the angle these are at. But I'll figure that out. But today is not about all this. Oh yeah, I did lots of landscaping. Like this whole area looks a lot more complete now when you're looking at this. I need to think about windows on this building. It looks kind of bare. I need to put lights in this. I need to put lights in these things. But there's lots to do. But hey, Lorndell. There's coaster building. We're coaster building today. So yeah, I did some landscaping here. I thought of putting stairs down to here, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about all this yet. So I just said to hell with it, and I built a building. I just wanted to build a building. But today we're doing something. We're building the next coaster. So I did a little testing yesterday, and basically what I decided was the boat building thing is off. It basically would cut my coaster in half if I want to build my coaster the way I want to build my coaster. It's basically going to be in the way. But we still want the tunnel coming through on the side of the river. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna fill this all in. We're gonna build the tunnel out from where it is, not in from here, and build the river out from where it is, and then we'll start our coaster. Like I might be end up taking this right down. And I actually think that's what's gonna happen. So I think this has got to change. I think the easiest way to do that is just fill it in. Bye-bye. You can stay. Well, I guess you can't, but... So before I start cutting it out, which is basically what I'm going to do, you know, that's the other thing. I need more room for my coaster. The more that I thought about it. You know, it is going to be a classic wooden coaster. There's not going to be any inversions. There's not going to be any crazy stuff. It's going to be a classic wooden coaster, but it might be large. Whoops, that's not the tool I was looking for. It might be a large coaster. What can I do? Whoops. No. There we go. So, I was thinking I would put the station up here. How big is this, though? I guess I'm really not going to know until I see a station there, am I? Let's put a station down. Wooden coasters. Oh, and that's the other thing. Do we want the monster or the gnarler? They're both about the same. Traditional roller coaster type is primarily made of wood, which results in an exciting, rough, and wild ride. Variant uses a more modern car compared to the monster. And then there's the monster. Exciting, rough ride. Maybe we should go with the more modern one. So that's pretty big. That... Yeah, I almost see this having to go over here. You know what I mean? So what we end up with is a slight turn into the lift hill. Oh no, again. Again, no. You know what? I'm torn. I'm torn. Okay, if we put it here, I just feel like there's not enough room. Bottom line is I feel like there's not enough room. So what I'm going to do is, instead of having buildings out here, we're gonna have coaster out here. Just a little bit of coaster out here. Okay. Now we can't... Well, I guess we can. I was gonna say, we can't have everything just totally flat. We can, but it would look stupid. It would look unlike the rest of the island, I guess, I should say. So what am I going to do here? So, we're going to come off the lift, off the station. We're going to drop down and take a small corner to the lift. And then up we go. And then basically it's going to be a classic, you know, I would say one large hill, maybe a double up, And then another hill, and on that hill we'll come down, we'll turn around, we'll do some simple, again, a couple more hills, maybe a few quick corners through the other hills. So, we're going through the previous piece a couple times. I was thinking of bringing it out here, but we may just see where we get to at this point, and go from there. How much energy will we have left? Will I have to go for another like half loop down? So will it be like a little coaster in there, or we'll have to see. Here I am flattening things out. Just moments ago I said it would be unrealistic. Well, it would. I'm not really flattening things out. I'm just trying to give things that Minecraft look. No, not really. I just like my mountains to have like layers to them. Like, these are volcanic. I don't know how, they should look, really, but once I smooth that out, it'll look pretty good. And it's a great place for building a bunch of trees and having, like, a whole jungle down here. Maybe this will be in a jungle. But maybe not. Maybe I'll build paths. Paths? Paths? And stores. We'll build a bunch of stores. We'll make it a mall instead of a jungle. Maybe we'll build a jungle, then we'll cut it all down and build a mall. Just symbolically to know. I'm just kidding. But yes, let's get to it. Obviously we're not going out to sea here. And I don't want that to be lift. I want this just to be, a drive system, maybe. No, I don't. Just track. Actually. Whoa. Little. Where did I end up here? Let's just go down. A couple degrees. We don't need to go down far. But we do need to turn the corner. So we basically want to be running this way. Would that be running that way? Is that running the right way? I don't think so. I don't think we want to be running that way. I think we need to be going out further. I don't know if that should be a thing. I don't know. What's that question, Nathan? And, hey Nathan. Maybe that's more what I want. Okay, now we're gonna bring this up and make it into a lift. But we don't want it going that high. We want it going very, very, very low. 30 degrees, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna see how big we want this thing first. I don't want it to be a small coaster. And that's why I was kind of concerned about how much room I had here. You know what I mean? There's no problem with it sticking out, and if we have to build a little more world, we can build a little more world. I hope by Halloween this park is no longer in construction. This park better be on the workshop way before Halloween. This park better be on the workshop in 3 weeks. So you guys can be like, you can Halloween the park if you like. But I'm not going to Halloween this park. I'll be building a spooky world by that point. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more it seems like it's going to be more of a world than just... Where are we at? 33 meters? Let's go up to 40 meters. Is that insane? Or what? Okay. Yeah, but the problem with me Halloweening the park is that that's like a 3-week project, like in itself. It's not something I could do in a little small amount of time, so it would really take away from the actual spooky world that I will be building. Yeah, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. That'll take away too much from what I really want to accomplish, which is getting a proper... Okay, so the idea is becoming more refined as we go. I'm in my mind, I'm picturing a path, a very spooky path, passing a graveyard. I'm good, Nathan. Hope you're good too. A graveyard, other creepy, crypt things, spooky forest, things in the forest, noises, all, things like that. A very dark path, iron fences, stone, some of it broken down, etc. that leads up to a large manor, and you go up the front steps through and you walk through the manor itself. That's where the ticket thing is. And you come out the other side, and again, that brings you down to a winding path. It brings you to like a ghost town. We're gonna try to mix Western and we'll do it. We'll do it. And things along that lines in all this. So it'll be like a ghost town, but it'll definitely have a much more spooky feel. The ride itself will definitely have... Or actually, I'm thinking 2 rides, a dark ride and a regular ride. Even though, like I said, the scope of what I build always seems to increase out of my control. You know what? Forget that. I don't have the room to do that. We're going fast here. We don't want to. It is a wooden coaster. It's not like a wood steel hybrid here. Notice I'm using very small pieces of track, as is my way. It is my way now. Okay, looks like this is gonna have to grow. Come on, put the piece of... I'm clicking away from it. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, well, you'll see the stages. Because, you know, my coaster builds aren't quick. They're very methodical and thought out, and they take some time. So you'll get to see the stages of it. Hey, look, they exploded. They should be more careful next time. So now, when you're looking at the park, you're going to see a coaster. You're going to see all three coasters. You're just not going to see the ride that's hidden in the mountain. And, you know, I said I was going to go with 2 hills, but I think I'm going to do a double up like this. And as I come down here... Okay. Don't worry about typos. It's not... I don't think it's your spelling. I think it's your typing. And I'm not worried about your typing. I'm not really worried about your spelling, for that matter. But some people would be. We'll see you next time, Nathan. Have a good night. All needs banked. And of course, land. We'll need to build some land underneath it. And we have to remember they're going really fast at this point. Thanks, Nathan. That makes me... I don't know. I'm glad you enjoy it. I really am. Okay, let's see here. I'm doing too much of a curve here. I want to be starting to curve back at this point, I think. Too much. So I'm going to try to add some curves into the return. I wish I could go up the side of the mountain. We might end up moving this, you know. This needs like massive banking. Oh, it needs some It's gonna need some work. But of course, you know, the thing is, if it's moved in, it'll contour to the land more. And that'll make a big difference. I think this is going too much one way. I think this is turning that corner way too fast. Just ignore the clicking. Here's our chance to go up the side of the mountain. More of a. Let's do an overbank turn. Zero. Let's get this to 0. We'll have to smooth all this. This is going to be Is there any way you can send me a message on a message of stream? Do you mean a message on Steam? What just happened? Why can't I? Yeah, if you like, you could, if you go to my About page on YouTube, you just punch in you can get my, YouTube, you know, my email address. Or you could, you know, off stream while I'm not streaming. That means you could send me a message on Steam. If you look down in the description below, you can add me to Steam as a friend. So there's those ways. Whoops. This thing's still going pretty fast, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Bring it around the station. Okay. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks for being here. Okay. How fast are we going now? We should check that. Wow. That might be too much. This is definitely not quite right. None of it's quite right. It's all very rough at this point. Okay, so I don't think we're coming back and around. I am planning on streaming tomorrow at that same time. Of course, I was planning on streaming yesterday until halfway through the day. I didn't stream yesterday. Some days it's just like, you know, I was not here yesterday. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna bring this, flatten it out. I don't know if we have this much speed. Okay, you know what? You know what? We need to put some brakes on this. Okay, night, Nathan. We will see you next time. What do I need? What am I doing here? I don't need this. What I probably need are brakes. Actually, what I probably need here I don't know if it's big enough. You will see. Okay, it looks like this whole thing is going to move. No, 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 no. Okay, so let's bring this down. Oh, I meant to curve it in. I need to curve it in. Hey, Cap. You know what? Start to bring it in here. I gotta remember that there's gonna be a queue somewhere. I haven't really thought about that now, have I? So I want to get this as close to the mountain as possible. But we'll move this afterwards and we'll see. I think what we're going to end up with here is coming through, going over a hill. And I don't know, because we're not moving as fast as I thought we were. And you know, it isn't supposed to be like a huge like monster coaster. It's like supposed to be a classic wooden coaster. And it's not going to be on water. I know I haven't used any of the... Not gonna. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see. This, of course, is going to require massive amounts of smoothing. I'm just using the thing for like a rough guide, and that's why I've gone with the small parts, because it'll smooth so much easier. Now we need like a downward helix. Into here. That's gonna have to be lowered. Nope. Come on. Are we going wrong here? Or are we going right? I think we're doing okay. That's about a 2-meter section right there. Okay. Now the work must begin. I don't know if it'll make it. I really don't know. What I do know, though, is I haven't even opened this yet. The last part's killing it. And I don't mean killing it like a good thing. I mean it's ruining the whole ride. Okay. Well, that wasn't good. Not very exciting. Not very scary. It means not scary enough is what that means. It's like not very exciting, not scary enough. It's gonna get even worse when I smooth it. Okay, so we know the first thing we need to do. We're not making it 14. We're just making it 8. Remove friction. How can I remove friction? Where's the remove friction button? Okay. Not very exciting at this point. It's building, though. A bit better. But if you disable friction, it would go forever. It's the good thing about friction. It allows us to stop. Better fear. Until here. And then it just kills it. Again. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can adjust this whole thing down. Yeah, or I can't. That's also another possibility. Okay. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Right above the track, right? Yeah. Hey, Sean! It's coaster building time. This will kill everybody. But it was exciting for them. They enjoyed their sudden death. All their necks being broken as they went through that jolt at the end. You know, there's so many things I see there where I think, you know, this should out further and kind of bad that the peak of this is nowhere near where I want it. I don't like that. Make it all jaggy. Yeah, it's a wooden coaster. lock me in a building. Oh. No, I just didn't have it in me yesterday. Just needed the break. I didn't, you know, just from... I needed time. I did stuff in Planet Coaster. I just did it without you guys. Ha 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 ha. But that wasn't the why. Whoa. Okay, okay. Fine. Problem right now, though. I have the wrong curve on this. Hey, John. I'll come back. We need to bring that over. It's gonna make me do a visual on that because it just won't tell me what the angle is. Okay, and now we need to take all this from probably about here. And move that up. Oh, no, don't move. Yeah. That up to the corner. Bank it. Bank it. Now I want them to be going faster and then come up the hill to an almost a stop, and that's where the block section is. Hey, all names. Yeah, so yesterday I or well, it was actually, yeah. Yesterday I went in, I finished some stuff here. I did a lot of landscaping and sort of finished all this. You look now, everything looks a little more complete. Oh yes, I built a bridge. I built a bridge. A hanging bridge. I also built this house. I built a house. It's an incomplete house. I'm not really happy with the roofing on the bay windows. Wow, I'm playing Planet Coaster, and I actually just said I'm not really happy with the roofing on the bay windows. That actually came out of my mouth as I was playing Planet Coaster. It's a crazy world, I tell you. It's crazy. You never know what's gonna happen. I'm doing great, Dom. How about yourself? I just... Whoa. Don't do that. I think I just angled myself wrongly. Did I just say that? I don't want that. Guess it'll have to do. I feel like this should be up, like a little bit. Or this, or even better, this should be down, just a little bit. Down, just a little bit. What did I just do? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how I did that. But it really threw the excitement off. Changing it back. I mean it deleted the 7. That was a 7 excitement. All because of the thing that flipped them on their side at the end and on the back. Okay, we need to smooth out that transition. I don't want to ride it yet. I want to at least do some smoothing. And you guys, most of you know how I am with coaster builds. They take me a while. Really don't like this. I want to push it, I'm gonna do this. You're gonna get that little last, you know. I think that's better. Not so sure about this though. We'll have to see. Okay, back to here. I think this might be a good place for a double down. But that also means that I'm going to have to bring this down quicker. I think. We'll see. We'll try it and see what happens. I don't know. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Is it already so smooth it doesn't do anything? No. It just doesn't do anything. Okay. When they said rough, yeah, no doubt. But part of that's my fault. Okay. So there's some strange stuff going on here. Oh yeah, I guess old coasters had that everywhere, didn't they? Hey, Cliffy. I don't know how this is going to work. Ah, but it did. Cool. Don't think I want to do that. I want to do something like this. And then just inch it forward. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. I find sometimes it's hard to judge where you should put the banking until you've ridden it. Bit of banking here. I think I need more banking. Might even need a little bit more banking right here. Okay, well, you know what? I've had fun on that side. I'm gonna play with the beginning of the coaster. We haven't even wrote it yet. It's not something I've done. Okay. Now, is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I feel as though this doesn't all need all that much smoothing. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this. Really? Oh, come on. You're gonna make it this difficult for me, game. I could just hit escape and go back to where I was before if you insist on making it so horribly difficult to move something. It won't let me move it down. It just will not let me move it down. Like, no, you need to float this in the sky. Forget what you want to do with it. It needs to go in the sky. And that's as high, as low as it'll let me go. Like 1,000 feet in the air. Not near any land anywhere. What's your problem, coaster? Seriously. This thing's hundreds of feet away from anything, and it won't let me lower it. That's as low as it'll let me go. It won't even let me put it back to where it was. It won't let me put it back there. Oh, hey, Sparkling Ocean. Hey, Demuncha. So, how do you move a coaster? That is the question. Okay, so it's not the water. It'll let me put it out here anywhere I want. But as soon as I get near the land, it's like, nope. I am not going to let you put this anywhere. Anywhere you do try to put it. Like I said, won't even let me put it where it was. Ah! What do I do? What do I do? I don't understand what it's doing. What the hell is it doing here? It's like all wonky. Why don't I make my own coaster? What do you mean? This is my own coaster. I just spent an hour building it. Okay, well, I don't understand its requirements here. That's as low as it will go. Like, what happens if I wanted to put this on, like, solid land? It's like, no problem. You can stick it in solid ground if you want. I got no problem with that. But if you want to put it where you want to put it. No, 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 no. There's nothing built here yet. So it can't be a building in my way. You can't advance move a coaster. Okay, so we built this thing slightly off where we need it. It needs to go that way about 20 feet. It was never there. This is where we built it. We're trying to move it 20 feet that way. Look at the very front of the ride. What, the bump? It's in the water. Damn you, coaster. It's got no problem going near the water. It's got no problem going under the water. It just has a problem going here. Why? I don't understand. Is there like a light or something? Is there some piece of thing? Terrain auto. I'm not sure. But it's like, no, you can't put it lower than. Okay, you know what I. Oh, I can once I'm moving it. Yes, I can. Oh, thank you. But it's not gonna let me put it there. Oh, it might. It might. Do we have this? Do we have this? Oh. That makes sense. Thanks, potato. Okay, so I gotta figure out where it was. Okay, so it was here, and we need it to go basically back to here. So let's. Ah! That's the problem. I lose track of where it was because it centers me on where it thinks the middle of everything is. So I'm going to place it. Does that look about right? That looks about right. And then I'm going to undo. Yeah, I guess over would be better. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, not even from there. Okay. How can I line this up? That looks better. Actually, it looks the same. Hey, Wolf Raging! How you doing? Okay, that's I think right. Yeah. I'd rather be going more that way than that way. I'm doing good. Just a little moment of frustration with Planet Coaster. Imagine that. But we're over it now. See, while I'm doing this, I also got to be thinking, what am I going to build in here? I got to build something in here, right? Hey, Death Bruce, how you doing? Welcome back. Yes, of course, we know that everything can't be land contour, right? So you don't have to worry about this everywhere. Oh, that's dirty water. Okay. I think I'm gonna cut through this. Don't need water there, now that I think about it. So I think I am going to cut through this. Right about here. What should this be made out of? And of course, you know, that would all be rock. Didn't create a pattern. I would be good with that, but it creates patterns. Okay, you know, here I am, little decorating little little pieces of land. Um, well, I guess I was creating land for the coaster to go under. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I shouldn't be doing this. I should be editing the coaster because it needs a lot of work. And ooh, doesn't need that. You know what? I don't want to have to deal with wood and water, just rots. Okay. Good enough. Well, not good enough, but fine for now. How's that? Okay, what happened here? What exactly did you do here, coaster? Seriously, why is this even a thing? Why am I having to go and adjust that out right now? It shouldn't have even existed. Egosoft had their live stream today. Who's that? Ooh, don't do that. Oh. Okay. See, that's why I don't know. Okay, so I am going to try to make this a little more exciting. I'm going to lift this up a bit. We're going to pull that down a bit. And then we're going to smooth around those points. Yeah, I got a notification about the Frontier live stream today at, I don't know, it was around noon my time. And I was like, that's no good. I've got to go into meetings. And I went into my meeting and missed it. Oh well. Meetings are good in a way. They're also bad. Okay, so we're coming down here now. Okay. So, I think more than anything, we need to think about some banking in this whole transaction. We need to have some banking. It straightens out a bit here. We'll bank here. Obviously, we're going to half that. Oh. Go to the middle. We'll come up to here and remove the jarring nature of that banking, and then we'll do the same on this end. And hopefully it doesn't just remove the banking. Okay. Yeah, it does. It looks a bit wibbly wobbly. We'll see if it's wibbly wobbly. We will. We'll fix it. Gotta make it work. Okay, that looks a little wobbly. Okay. Bit. I haven't smoothed any of this. I haven't even done the banking on most of it. But no smoothing at all. This has to go up. Welcome to the ground. Okay. Yeah. So first thing I noticed, there's something weird going on somewhere. Here. There. Look at that. Look at that. No. Okay. So that should be that. Gone. Fixed. See, it all depends on where you look, eh? When you sit right between the tracks, things start to look really wobbled. Oh, there's weird things going on everywhere. Yes, there is. I've spent an hour and 25 minutes on this so far. All I had was the layout of what I was doing, and that's all I knew. There's no banking put in. There's no smoothing done. Coaster building is a multi-phase process, and we have only finished phase 1, which is simple layout. We haven't done anything else. But every pass we make, every little improvement we make all makes a difference. Can't imagine where the coaster is, where it's... Oh, it's going up. Okay. Oh. Should have watched where it was going. Oh, I guess it's on a track. Even if it was watching where it was going, it couldn't have done anything. Oh well. Yeah, I need to do some just generic smoothing in this piece. I see there's like a dip that I'm not sure if I want. The other thing is I need some banking here. Basically need some banking from here to here, varying degrees. And then back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? That doesn't look like 4. 1, 2, 4. 4. See, this is the boring stuff. Planet Coaster. And the other thing is, it's getting so quick to lay out a coaster now. Like, because I already knew exactly what I was doing. I had to cut out one thing. This turn wasn't going to be on the double up. But I guess in my brain, when I saw this, the double up it wasn't so long. So, I don't know. Did not imagine it would be would have been so soon going into this corner here. Yeah, it looks a bit wonky here too. It is a bit wonky here. Gotta make this transition good. And right now it's awful. Okay, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not very exciting. I'll have to do something about that. Looks smoother. But we get to here, which is actually where we're actually working. Again, the banking's gonna change. From every little bit, we'll have to ride it again. We'll have to see what's going on. On the spooky DLC? Or on more Halloween DLC? If you're talking the spooky DLC, I think it's awesome. They did just a marvelous job on that. I'll be basing my next park on it. Or my next ride series, or whatever, my next build. I guess I can't really call it a park, even though it's going to have an entrance and multiple rides. It's just going to be a path that we follow to 2 rides. A creepy, spooky path. But just a path. Don't forget to bring extra underwear. I'm not actually going to use any of the DLC in this park. I'll use the DLC in the next park, but I'm not using any of it in this. This park is just base. There's no DLC required. Or at least there shouldn't be. Jungle Runner's up on the okay. Notice that as I smooth things out, the excitement on the ride goes down and down and down and down. I don't understand why some of it's going down. But you know what I am gonna do? It's not like, no! You can't bring me down. Come on. I can bring you down. I can bring you down. Back to the wobbly parts. Okay. Okay, there's a wobbly part over here I want to take care of too. It almost feels as though I should be moving that down to fix it. Hmm. Okay, so that made a big difference. Just moving that down made it a 7. Where's my wobbly parts, though? It's over here now, isn't it? Yeah, there's a wobbly part. Still a wobbly part. I heard the train coming, so I decided to hop in. And no, that wasn't me trying to. It's Johnny Cash. I think that's Folsom Prison Blues. Maybe not. I don't know. It almost just feels as though it's taken the curve out of it. Whoa. I think June wrote that, though. Well, then again, I don't know what of any of it that Johnny wrote. I don't know. It was a great tune, though. And, you know, the only one who could sing it right was Johnny. Well, and June. Together. 7.01. Now I'm gonna have that song in my head. Oh, that's fine. I'll just start to think of some other lyrics and it will go away. Let's see here. What can I think of that'll make it go away quickly? Yeah, I think it's already gone. Just thought of some Slipknot lyrics. The end of everything. That's all I had to think of, was the lyrics from that. Everything ends. And it's gone. Everything's gone. Everything's gone. That boy, check girl, I don't even know what that is. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is. See, most of my life, you know, when I was younger, when I was a kid, I just listened when I was like 5, 10 years old. I listened to what my parents listened to. Then I started listening to, well, pop. I guess you would call it pop rock. I guess the rockier side of popular rock. I guess what that was at that time were things like Bryan Adams. I don't know, that was something I listened to. But I didn't really get into music. Like, I didn't even start playing guitar until I started listening to heavier stuff. You know, first it was like, it was Motley Crue and Iron Maiden. And then it was Iron Maiden. And then it was Iron Maiden. And I you know, I know everything about Iron Maiden at one point. But, you know, then, you know, what took over when I was a kid was then things like Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and Megadeth and all that stuff took over. And that was what I listened to for years and years. But now, I went through a Bowie phase when I was, I don't know, in junior high, I guess. I listened to a lot of Bowie. I don't know why. I liked it. When I was a kid, I didn't like rap, but I also didn't respect it. Now I have a little more respect for it. I still don't like it. if that means anything. Now I'm more likely to listen to, I don't know, like some of my favorite stuff right now. Of course, I still love listening to, like, my biggest bands right now that I'd go see if they came are basically Lamb of God and Slipknot and stuff on the heavier side. There are a couple others, but you know, if Metallica came, I wouldn't go see them. If Slayer came, I wouldn't go see them. If Anthrax, any of those, you know, I wouldn't go see them. I've seen them. You know, the one thing I never ever thought I'd ever see, because of course when I was younger they fired their drummer, was Slayer. To me, Slayer was Kerry King, Jeff Hanneman, Dave Lombardo, and that other guy. Like, what? Where's it gone? Tommy Araya. See, I wouldn't. Slipknot should have its own genre. Okay, that's a bit wonky there. Yeah. What I've been listening to a lot lately are my, the things that Spotify has put together for me. I'll fix this too. So, you know, one thing, it's made me listen to a lot of things that I didn't know I would have listened to. if that means anything. What's a good example? I've always loved the Beatles. I've always been a big fan of the Beatles. Even when I was a kid, I liked the Beatles. Even when I was listening to, you know, like thrash metal, I guess I'd call it. I still liked the Beatles. I didn't listen to them a lot, but I liked it when I did. So when I started listening to that on Spotify, some of the things you don't want to select most of the track, and I got to do the smoothing bits by bits. At the Pyramid. Oh God, what did I go see at the Pyramid? Oh, Disciples of Power and Sacrifice. It was Disciples of Power and Sacrifice. Disciples of Power were a blast. But my friend that went with me, he got way too drunk, and I had to leave because he was way too drunk, and I had to get him out of there. It kind of sucked. But you know, there like I've seen some great bands in Winnipeg. I went to the zoo once, and by the way, that's the Osborne Village Zoo, not the Winnipeg Zoo. It's a dive bar on Osborne. I don't even know if it's there anymore. Actually, it wasn't the zoo. It was what they call that place? Aussies. Wasn't it Aussies? In the basement? Wasn't the zoo? Oh no, maybe it was the zoo. No, it was Aussies. It was downstairs, and I went and saw Entombed, and that was like one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I went down to the record. It used to be called Records on Wheels. Records on Wheels. And well, I think it's called. What's it called now? Something Planet. And it used to be called Records on Wheels, and Entombed was there, and they were signing albums. So I brought all my CDs down, all my Entombed CDs, which I probably, you know, worthless to me, completely worthless to me now, because of course Spotify and things like that. I got them all signed. The singer even signed an album he didn't even sing on. I thought was kind of funny. But yeah. What else around here was fun? Yeah, Mothers. Haha. Mothers music. Oh, I saw Machine Head at the Portage Village Inn. Life used to be so different. So yeah, so different. And I think that place is gone completely now. I think they tore that down. Built a skyrise. Though I was never one to go and hang out in these places. That's one thing I found was I didn't like hanging out at the zoo. Wasn't me. I didn't like hanging out at Aussie's. If I wanted to go have some beers, in most cases, I'd want to go to a lounge or go grab some beers and bring them home. But yeah, I guess when you go, those are like not the worst bars in Winnipeg, but some of them are pretty close. Night moves. Oh yeah, you know, like I worked somewhere like a very, very, very well-known business in town here, and one of the guys I worked with, who I think he owns his own construction outfit now, or I guess I didn't work with him. I hired him there. He worked for me. I was working retail at the time, and he was in a band, a local band, and we'd go to Georgie's. And they'd play. It was his band, and then and then later when he worked for me, still he joined a band with people who I actually knew before. I'm almost there, am I? I can't be almost there. Oh, I am. Yeah. My sub count hasn't moved in days, so not almost there. It might look like I'm almost there, but that's gonna take weeks. So yeah, later on he joined as a second guitar player, well, before they sort of disbanded, a band called Immortal Possession. The funny thing about Immortal Possession was that a lot of the good songs they had were written by somebody who wasn't even in the band. Hey Keith. Yeah, soon. Soon, it'll happen. It's probably a month away though. I haven't been, for some reason it hasn't been moving lately. I think all the Planet Coaster people have found me. That can't be the case, but whatever. I'm not, it would be nice if it happened, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm going to be realistic about it. I have to be realistic about it. But yeah, it was actually quite a blast. And what was the song? They went out to the Carberry Desert to record a video. And it got put up on Much Music as one of the worst videos. What was it? Eternally Morbid Dreams or something like that? Like, really? I've never heard of the song Morbid Dreams. I don't know. Eternal Morbid Dream. Yeah, it was whatever. It was fun though. Here we go. Yeah, I've gone to see Ozzy a couple times. I've gone to see I went and saw Zakk Wylde. Daddy Was a DJ actually destroyed the game franchise. Okay, I need to, we're getting there. I think it'll actually turn out really good once it's all smoothed out. It's not going to be like, you know, 420. I'm kidding. It's not going to be like Sinister Steel or anything. Like the other coasters are monsters. This is Sinister Steel. But I worked on Sinister Steel for 3 weeks. And even it's still, there's like tiny pieces of it that I'm like, oh, why does it have that little tiny itty bitty curve there? And stuff like that. Of course, it's a steel hybrid, so it's a lot faster. Most exciting coaster I've ever built. All of these little things were just put in for excitement, though. All those little, you know. So that's what we have to compete with, is Sinister Steel. The other one, of course, is a launch coaster called Malevolence. And whoa, really? Did they change the sound of that launch? Oh, nice, like, just stop. Like how it did it again when I said it. I ride my own coasters for inspiration. But yeah. Yeah. You know, Malevolence... Let's just say, Malevolence is what? A 7.6. Sinister Steel is a 9.48. This I'll be lucky to get a 7. I think. Right now it's running at 7. 6.99. And I'm not expecting any more out of it. I'm not wanting any more out of it. It's really looking the way I want it to look. What I should do before I continue building is I should change the colors. Because I don't want white. I want like wood colored. It's got to be wooden wood. It could be darker, though. Maybe that's better. You can't tell. Okay, it does look better. Seems to be easier to deal with when you're building it when it's painted white, though. For some reason. But we'll see. Feet? What do you mean feet? Meters. I don't know. Oh, the feet on the supports. Yeah, I made them black. Red. Make what red? The supports? Red supports. So that the Malevolence. The track. Okay. This is Malevolence is black. Sinister Steel is red and green. It's more the red because, well, it's Sinister Steel. The green is because the sign looked good green. And of course the wood is because, well, because these are pirates. And what do you think? They're gonna paint the thing? No, they're not. They're not gonna paint it. So, you know, the only reason I wouldn't go and say, okay, let's go with red track was because that other one is already red. But yes, I do need a track color as well, but I can't make this the same. We also need beam color. I think these beams can be different colors as well. I was thinking white for those, but that was just my original thought. Oh, white. That's probably not an original thought, but that's originally what I thought. It wasn't very original. See that? Did you see what I saw? Like a dip. Imperceivable dip. It wasn't exactly imperceivable when you went flying over it like that, though, was it? Still there. How are you doing this, Planet Coaster? It's like you reinforced the dip. But yet when you look at it like this, it's like, oh yeah, that's beautifully smooth. It's not. That was not the solution. That was it. The dip. Not that we went over. There's a tiny wobble here too that I want to figure out. But this dip really bugs me. See it? It's not really a dip though. It's not. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. But I gotta fix it. That's what it smooths into, eh? Purple and gold. Oh, okay. So the first thing I think I did, you know, the brown is too brown. I need to make this a lighter color. It needs to look more wood colored. Can't be orange. Let's see here. It's getting too red. That's too dark. Or is that too dark? Maybe that's just right. Maybe that's just right. This is what? Track color. Is this track color? Yes. And this is... Okay, this is the things... You know what? They're just steel. They're like steel colored. There we go. They're steel colored. So what's this? Oh, it's railing. Okay, so if the railing was white, and the track was white, that's what we're gonna get. Okay, so that's okay. Taking off red pill. I guess we'll see you in tomorrow's stream. Okay, so if this was black and this was white, that's what we'd get. If this was black and this was white, that's what we'd get. If this was see, is that purple or is that indigo? The gold or is that yellow? I do somewhat like it colorful. I know. We'll see. We'll see if it grows on me. If you got purple stuff growing on you, go see a doctor. Okay. Let's go back here. We've got some wobble problems. Here. Between here and here, things get a little bit wobbly. Oops, that's not what I wanted. See, the problem is I don't think they're wobbly, though. I think what's happening... Because smoothing, you know, it's not doing anything. So what I think needs to actually happen is I think I actually need to take, like, this piece of this and move it up a millimeter. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that instead. Let's not. I have no idea if that smoothed anything at all. It seems to be affecting the you know, right here the most. Does that mean my wobble's just getting moved? My wobble. Let's talk about your wobble. How's your wobble today? See? I'm gonna say I'm good with this dip now. That dip here seems actually kind of right. The overbank turn seems okay. What doesn't seem okay right now is this. Like from here to here. And it seems that that probably won't help it. Come on, let me move it. You finding that new chair of yours so comfortable you don't want to get up? You just want to enjoy it just that little bit more? Or is it the coaster build? I think it's probably the new chair. I know if I had a new chair, I could sit here and play this for hours. Okay. Guess we missed the wobbly bit. Yeah, boy, will that rock surprise the riders, won't it? They got another thing coming. We'll call it the 10th dimension. So I'm not really so sure about the wobbliness of the beginning anymore. You know, I can't fly down the coaster like that. But I do know that there's definitely some wobbliness in here that I don't like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Curve, smoothing the curve right out of it. Here, let me flatten this out for you. Not working for me. It's not working for me. Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, that was not my... Well, okay, it was my intent. I heard it coming. I saved my clicking when it was there. It was my intent, yes. Bunch of wobble there. It's all wobbly here too. But we spent a lot more time on this than there. It doesn't seem to transition well from this bank to this bank. And no matter what I do, it always seems to have a little bit of wobble here. And it's the inside track that seems to wobble. Whereas the outside track almost seems smooth. And now I'd probably just move the wobble to right here. Overlap these, of course. Can't really more bank, like... problem with more bank is I really already have banking the other direction. So I can either push this bank back like that to put more bank here. But I don't think that's going to solve the wobble. I think the wobble is actually caused from me putting the bank in. I gotta be careful here. We don't want to take the bank out. know, I could put this smooth tool on here and smooth it for the rest of my bloody life. It's not gonna make a difference. It's gonna be like, nope, no smooth for you. If I smooth across the whole thing, it'll remove everything I've just done. And flatten it out. Enough smoothing? Maybe just a little smoothing around here? A little smoothing? Oh, there we go. There goes all the banking. It's a double-edged sword. But you don't cut yourself. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to try here is what happens when we're sitting in here. Because I do find sitting in the front seat amplifies wobbliness. Wibbly wobblies. Trying something here. I almost think it's the crookedness of the side pieces that are making it feel like it's wobbly. Because I've smoothed that out so much that it's ridiculous. But these things don't curve, they're just straight. And I notice it's only wobbly on the corners. Oh, there's a little wobble there. Same there. Okay. Nope. I can almost see it here. Almost see it. And then you can't. So that wobble is in that section right there, right? It couldn't possibly have any wobble left in it at all now, right? It would be completely impossible. Okay. It's so frustrating. And it's not really that it's wobbly. It's like it shifts you over in chunks. You know what I mean? It's like it's only making corners on parts of the track. But then you look at this and you're like, oh no, that's a wobble. Hmm. Okay, well, let's try something here. Really? This is more likely to make things much, much, much worse. Come on! Ignore me, game. Just ignore me. That's what I want. I want to be ignored. Ah. Okay, this might seem completely ridiculous, but I'm going to smooth from here to here. Which seems to have no problems at all. Notice I'm just trying to make the double up quicker. This is going to raise the excitement to like 7.2 or 7.3 or 7 point something. The other thing I was trying to do was make this drop faster. It doesn't want me to. No, don't move that in the way of what I want to do. No! I'd like to choose this. I always hate doing this because what it does is it messes up the length of my tracks. Because there's going to be a second join, and there's only one join in this that's not the right length of my track. How? There we go. The smallest join possible? Good. I don't know if that's gonna work though. I seriously doubt it. I think we got more problems here now. No, 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 no! There we go. Okay, now all the banking has gone out of that curve. But I'm guessing it's still wobbly. Totally. Welcome to the stream, dude. I'm glad you could join us. That's kind of wobbly too, but I don't know if this changed for the better or not. I can't even guess. Some people have been here for 2.5 hours, though. I don't know, well, okay. But I do this every day, so some people, have been here for weeks. I could say. Let's just do something just absolutely stupid and do this. Here, smooth this whole thing. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Hands-free smoothing. So... I don't know how to fix this. Okay, well... I don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna move on to the next spot. Let's just figure out where the next spot is. Oh, and we'll go from there. Wobblier than ever. But not wobblier than that. Okay, so there's a horrible thing going on here. So between here and here, we've got ourselves a mess. A real mess. Where's the rest of my selection? There it is. And that's probably not going to help her mess at all. I think the mess is caused because of the change from one. Like you can actually see the wobble here. It's the banking change. Like you can see the dip. The dip. So how do I reconcile that? How I'm not deleting it. I'm not deleting it. I'm not deleting it. I'm not deleting it. You hear me? Hear me, game? I'm not deleting that. Okay, let's just do some cleanup here. Let's do some other stuff, just for a minute. There we go. Okay, I want to see if I can fix this. Because this has been bugging me. Oh, I I put a lot more work into this than you would think. Have you... does anybody need a tour of the island? Every time I look at it as a whole, though, it really does put a smile on my face. I am definitely pleased with the way everything's turning out. But yeah, there's it's quite the island so far. Right now we've got you know, all the little stores, just a memento. We got a pirate band who doesn't seem to be holding up their part of the contract. They're just standing there. You know, there's Hot Dog Squad. There's a Gulpy. Toilets. You know, here we've got like some ships. We got a ship, a galleon. Some storage. Hey. Oh yeah, there's an anchor. I was like, what's that doing there? Yeah, that's an anchor. It's supposed to be there. There's that. We've got the redcoats out in their galleon over here. And at the right time, there will be a battle. This is a thing that happens. It's better at night. And you can't hear that. That worries me. What's with the music? I don't know. But yeah, a little pirate battle going on. More entertainers. More stores. We've got a coaster. This is called Malevolence. And we can go ride this. The queue's not quite built yet. Well, it's built. There's just not anything on it. Some lazy pirates sitting around. It's quite a large queue. Whoops, I just went through a wall. He's watching, he's making sure he doesn't trust any of these people. He's looking at them like, you people are gonna take my treasure. And you know, there needs to be things other than trees sticking through the walls. And this is the lineup, which is very small. Very small lineup. And this is Malevolence. Now, we're gonna find out if rocks are going through our heads, because I haven't done the head rock. No, streaming is not my job. I'm a software developer. I probably shouldn't design coasters for a living. Given a coaster, I could make it look cool around it. But, you know, you'd be talking $1 million a year gardening bill for me. No, I develop software. Programmers are something from the 80s. Software developers are what we are now. My favorite coaster. Look at that. Look at that. Oh no, he's just checking it. My favorite coaster that I have built is right here. This is Sinister Steel. My other park has about a dozen coasters in it. Sorry, I gotta re-ride that because that guy's hand's coming up in front of my face. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Okay, so we're at the front of the car. This coaster might be a little fast, but this is my favorite coaster that I've built. My favorite build, on the other hand, was the one we just rode. They're different things. You know, my favorite coaster is the result of the coaster itself. Whereas my favorite build is an amalgamation of all the parts and pieces that went into it. This one, I don't know. I can tell you though. I can do the math. 195 hours. So yeah, this has taken me 195 hours so far. But you know, there's a reason it's taken 195 hours. It's like, I do it every day. I live stream every day. I missed yesterday. I know. As you can see, there's tons of detail that I still haven't done. Like all these spaces are blank, and they need like gardens. I need to do all that. This is all gray and dark too. You know, like when you go in and you look at the like building with wiring, you know, all the lighting, the stupid sign I put here. Why did I put that stupid sign there? I gotta take that sign down. All these things are all very highly styled. Same with the ride. You know, if you take the ride away from all this, you know, there's not much. There's still a lot left here, I should say. So yeah, it's a. And there, I've built ridiculous things that you just don't need in a park. Like, what is this? Well, this is my cable car system that runs up to here, and I built it for fun. A bit of a challenge. You know, I've got an electrical coal-powered generating station that supplies the island's power. These are completely ridiculous things that you wouldn't really need, but I just thought it adds so much to the island that it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. And then, of course, as I do the... Oh, yeah, there's also this. When you're on the lineup for the flat ride, you know, there's a pirate fight going on in the background for your entertainment. You can't hear it, though. It really bugs me. Yeah, I don't know. And now we're finally working on the last coaster. So in 2 or 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks. Can I go now, Planet Coaster? This will be done. I still need to build all the inside of this. And I need to figure out what I'm doing here. But yeah, it's there's a lot. There's a lot to do. There's a lot going on. And it's all coming together. And now we're working on the final coaster. So we've got oh, red pill's gone. In real life, that would be hard to say. That would be really hard to say because most of my coaster experience in real life has been in No Limits 2. Has been in not real life. I live in Winnipeg, in Manitoba. So the closest coaster, let me see. The closest real coaster is probably Canada's Wonderland. And I think it's pretty far away. I haven't been there yet. I'm going there next year. But directions from here. So yeah, the closest roller coaster to me is 21 hours away. And 2,000 kilometers away, basically. That's driving distance, though. So if I look at it, it's a lot less than 2,000 kilometers. I can fly there for $458, but that's one expensive coaster ride. So yeah, the last time I was on a coaster was when I was younger, and it was in the UK, and it wasn't even a very good coaster. It was at Barry Beach Amusements. And, so yeah, really I don't have a favorite coaster. I know everybody must be disappointed in that. But, like I said, my experience is all based on what other people have built. Completely on what other people have built. So, I have a series on my YouTube channel called No Limits 2 Workshop Creations. There's 59 episodes. of it, and in each one I ride 6 coasters. So that's 300 plus coasters I've ridden on that. So a lot of what I've learned about coasters is from that, and of course from Mindswept complaining that I'm doing it wrong. He's not here today. He must be working. I was hoping he'd be here to help me with my coaster build, or at least to tell me what I'm doing wrong. He loves to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Don't get me wrong. We get along great. But yeah, that's basically the coaster build for today. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick smooth over this. We're gonna give this one more ride. Actually, I should probably start back here. Never been on a coaster. Not even one of those fake fold-up coasters. Though I truly don't consider those coasters myself at this point. I'm still not. I'm. Well, we'll see. I'm thinking I'm gonna take the. We're gonna have the path and go over the coaster. We're gonna have bridges on both sides. I'm also thinking I'm gonna bring the front of this mountain up behind this, but we'll see. I'm still quite torn on that. What made me interested in Planet Coaster? Well, like I said, I do have a series on my YouTube channel. With like almost 60 episodes. So I've definitely had an interest in coasters. What started my interest in coasters was probably my Oculus Rift. I got Planet Coaster because it was Oculus Rift compatible. By the way, my Oculus Rift is an old DK2 developer kit. Not the was it? Can't remember even what it's called. Not the updated one. But whatever the case may be, that's why I got No Limits 2. And then I started. I realized there was like thousands of tracks online on the workshop, so I started my series. I created the series Workshop Creations, where I ride 6 coasters, and that really did a lot. But all at the same time, I was also doing this. No, this isn't. No Limits 2 is VR compatible. That would be awesome, eh? If you could just be a person. Slap on your VR headset and just be a person in the game. Okay, here we go. Let's go for a ride. Yeah, slap on the VR headset and be a person sitting in the car. You can do that in No Limits 2. That's really got me started. Well, it didn't really get me started. But I was putting out 2 videos a day on YouTube anyway. 2 videos every day, gaming videos. So it was like, I would do something like, you know, a Fallout 4 video, gameplay videos, just plain gameplay videos, edited. And then in the afternoon, I'd play some indie game, and I'd publish that. And And I did that every day for years. And then last spring I bought Planet Coaster. Do I ever not use the minimum track length? Not on this island. So let me finish this ride and I'll explain where the whole 4-meter track length came from. And we'll have to clean all that up. So yeah, that's actually I'm really thinking I've done okay there. It's not fabulous, but I've done okay. I'm definitely going to have to do some smoothing. I'm definitely going to have to delete some bits and put some bits back. You know, just to be a little ridiculous, I might even put the track up another mile per hour. 1.6 kilometers per hour. So to answer your question, Pinback, minimum length track on this island, no, but I do have a dozen coasters that I built previously in Adventureland, and there I didn't really care what length of track I used. The reason I'm using 4 here is you'll notice when I smooth, I smooth across 4 pieces of track, and I do it 4 times. So if you look at smoothing tricks for Planet Coaster tracks, and I think this time with the wooden coaster it might be biting me in the butt and causing my problem rather than fixing it, what you find is there's this technique where you use the shortest piece of track and you grab it in sections of 4 and you smooth across a section of 4, move 1 section ahead, smooth across 4, move 1 section ahead, etc. And you work your way back and forth through the track. And what it's supposed to do is not deform your track, but to smooth it. And of course, it's 4, 4, and 4. So that's the way that works. And that's, I think, one of the reasons this one is this is smooth, and it's also one of the reasons that this is so smooth. I've never been able to get things as smooth as these in my previous builds. But again, I'm not a coaster builder. I'm a world builder. This is not about the coasters specifically. Yes, they're lots of fun, but this is about the world they live in. It's more about that than just the coasters. It's about giving them a park. And I think that's more along the lines of what I build. An experience. So like, you know, and this is what I mean, like, by the time this thing is done, let me click done on my coaster. You can just imagine what it's going to look like once I get lights in all the things that should have lights in it. It's going to shine at night. It's gonna be awesome. I need lights. So yeah, so there's a lot to do still. I got a lot of lights to add. This is getting to be a long stream for me. I'm already over 3 hours in. So I am gonna be cutting this short. Not cutting this short. I am gonna be calling it quits for the day right now. There's lots to do. There's tons and tons and tons to do. So tomorrow we'll be back on this ride. We'll start to work out what the land is going to look like. We'll start to work out what's going to go around this. I might even, because again, this is awfully plain, eh? What I am thinking now is what I'm going to do is probably, you know, create some world behind this. For you know, even buildings. I might end up bringing this around the front. If I were to like wrap this around, you know, I could end up with buildings behind here, and that would be pretty sweet. So 7 in some time zone or another. I start at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're in Mountain Time, it would probably be 7. Of course, if you're in the UK, it would be midnight. Anybody from the UK still watching? It's 10:05 for you. It's 9:05 for me. So I would start at 7 your time, Dean. I see Dean and Patrick are probably in the same time zone. So yeah, just subscribe, hit the bell, you'll get notifications. I'm on here every day, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and on weekends I stream at noon and 6 p.m. So we get 2 streams. Yeah, okay, yeah, Demunch is from, yeah, it's 3 a.m. in the UK. That's what I thought. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. BST. But right now it's only 9 p.m. Central Standard. Eastern. Oh, Eastern. Yeah, sorry, I was going the wrong way. Yeah, it would be 5 o'clock Mountain. Yeah, sorry. Brain fart. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we'll pick this up tomorrow. It'll be, like I said, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll finish this path through here. We'll start to work on a station. We'll get these little kinks. We'll delete the track and we'll fix it. We'll do something like that. I want to thank everybody for showing up today. It's been a great time, and yeah, I hope to see you all again. And until then, I'm GameFace. This was Planet Coaster. If you liked it, click the button, and don't forget to follow and subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.